Nicole, Hoare, investor consultant here at Century 21 Newcastle, and keeping you updated with tips, tricks and strategies on how to maximise your return on your investment. Welcome to this week's Monday wrap. It's getting a little bit exciting. We're so close to all being back in the office, so fingers crossed we actually will have both Casey and myself delivering our Monday wraps together real soon. I'm going to get started on our leasing results for the last 7 days. So the team once again have had an exceptional week. They've all been working extremely hard to ensure that we're keeping those average days on market down and getting the properties, leased for our investors at the quickest possible time that they can. So let's get started. In the last 7 days, we've actually had 188 tenant inquiries. We've had 4 inspections during the last 7 days, so that's really exciting. The team are back out doing open for inspections again. We had 133 applications, and out of those applications, we've actually leased 10 properties. So if you can imagine 10 properties leased in the last 7 days, the team once again have been extremely busy. Now this week I'm actually going to talk about self-managing versus engaging a managing agent. So it is a topic, some time ago we've spoken, and I know Casey's actually, written a blog on this. So what I'll do, we will put the link to the blog so you can jump back on that. But I actually just want to touch on a few things in regards to this. And the reason being, for those who actually watch our Monday wraps would understand that the information that I like to share back with you is either something that has resonated with me during the week, or potentially is, more so, I should say, conversations that I've had with investors or potential investors, with a few things they've either been concerned about or what they're experiencing right now. So it's really important that when you're selecting a property manager to work with, or if you're weighing up whether to self-manage or who to work with, is that you actually don't take the decision lightly. So it's something that you want to take some time to think about. There's no need to overthink it, but you need to make sure that you actually, are working with a team who is going to be there to support you, give you guidance, and be there to manage your property really well. So an exceptional property management team will safeguard your investment, understand your investment goals, ensure that they're maximizing your returns on your investment, which we often speak about. And a great property manager will actually save you time and makes you more money. Now, they will also achieve high rents for you, lower days on market, which we've spoken about. This week we'll sit in at 6.5 average days on market. That was just over the last 7 days. Obviously that varies a little bit week to week. An exceptional property management team provide better service, and in return you'll see less errors. Less errors is something that I suppose I've had some conversations with this week that others have experienced. So back to where I, mentioned, hence why I'm sharing what I am today. When considering the property management team to work with, I encourage you to do some interview-like type questions. So it's important that as an agency, we actually need to make sure that we're a right fit for each other. And it is really important for you as the investor to actually feel that as well. So a couple of things that you can keep an eye on and ask some questions on is, how prompt are they into returning your call? Are they active? Are they communicating with you the way that you like to be communicating? Are they available when you need to speak with them? Are they knowledgeable about how the market is performing, rent prices, the area, legislation, procedures and so on? And how do you know as the investor that they're actually going to perform the way that they claim to? So at that point, I would be, my recommendation would be to ask some more questions. Request a copy of the lease agreement or a management agreement. So, I'm happy to provide a draft copy for you so you can see, them up front. Ask for a copy of extra conditions that potentially could be added into a lease agreement as well. Ask for how they actually induct their tenants, when they're moving into the property. Our team has a really streamlined process for our tenants, and it just makes it a really smooth transition for them. It keeps them updated. It ensures that we're, educating them along the way. And that's a really important part for our, investors. It's not just about educating investors, it's actually about educating tenants as well. So we do that really well as a team, and it's important that we continue to do so. So that's, definitely a question that you should be asking. You should be asking questions, understanding on, you as the owner receiving answers in a timely manner. So how long is it taking you to get a response back from them regarding, it could be maintenance, could be an email response, could be, returning a phone call. Just be mindful of the time frame there. And it's really important, I feel, to actually meet your managing agent. So for us, obviously we've been in a lockdown, so we haven't been able to do as much face-to-face as what we normally would be doing when we go to do an appraisal on a property, but we've been able to, utilize Zoom really well. I love Zoom. It's just, you're building those relationships with your investors or potential investors. We're getting to know each other. I'm getting to understand, your investment strategy from the start. So then moving forward, we know what your goal is. So when you are building that relationship with your property management team, you've got to be understanding and realizing you're going to be working them for a very long time. So that relationship actually needs to be really strong. It is important for you to make sure that you feel comfortable with them. Like I said earlier, it's important that you're right for us as an investor, and in return, the same goes back. You as the investor need to be right with the property management team that you're working with. Our team overcome the most common frustrations. So as I mentioned earlier, this is where, my conversations have happened this week, and understanding what the frustrations that, as investors that they're feeling. So we'd love the opportunity to talk to you. I'm Nicole Hoare, investor consultant here at Century 21, and we're looking forward to speaking with you again next week. Bye.